Okay, good morning, everyone. So today we're going to start the lesson with a new topic, and this topic is going to be the last topic of in grade 7. And I'm going to show you my screen. And for everyone, please, we haven't turned the camera on. Please turn it on. Thank you. And here we go. Wait. Okay, here we go. Share screen. Okay, I haven't write anything, just the title of the topic, which is about set. So I'm not going to be too long explaining about this because actually you have learned this a little bit when you are in elementary school ya. Sets itu bahasa Indonesia adalah himpunan guys ya. I'm pretty sure that you have already learned about Venn diagram ya. Kalau kalian masih ingat Venn diagram pernah belajar kan ya waktu di SD ya. So we're going to learn about this in more detail yeah. And then notice that this topic is going to be related to other topic as well in grade 8, for example, like probability. So I would recommend that you write down anything you see in this topic. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna start from the first one. And like, okay, so if I ask about set, I'm gonna give you one example of set, yeah. And I would like you to make your own words, your own definition about set itself, yeah. So I'm gonna give you an example. So example. So for example, the collection of students in grade 7 SPE, right, whose weight exceed 40 kilogram. Okay, so this is one of the example of what we call a set. So in definition, actually, it's the collection of well-defined distinct object. Yeah, that is what we call a set. So the question is, why do we say this is a set? That's the reason, because after this session, you will have to be, you will be able to understand and make a difference which one is set and which one is not. Okay, so in here, guys, if I write down the definition of set itself, it said that it needs to be well defined. So a set needs to be well defined. Okay, so well defined means that it is clear. You don't have any ambiguous word ya. Jadi nggak ada ambigunya gitu, nggak ada yang misalnya like if I say this is red, then everyone say that this is red ya. So jadi nggak ada pendapat yang berbeda ya. We call it well defined ya. Okay, so the collection of student in grade 7 SPE whose weight exceed 40 kilograms. So it is very clear, guys. If I say whose weight exceed 40 kilogram, kan, you can actually measure this, right? Using a timbangan, yeah. You can use that, and then if you see that that is more than 40 kilogram, then that students included into this collection, yeah. Okay, another example of set is the collection of boys in grade 7 SPE. Okay, so if I have this is also a set because it's very clear which one is boy and which one is not, right? Kecuali ada yang nggak jelas, tapi jelas semua ya. Semuanya boys jelas. Kalian tahu kan siapa yang boys di sini? Oh ya, okay. So if I write this down, it's very clear. I'm gonna say that we have Kiko, we have Bima, and then we have Eric, right? And then we have Akasha, and then we have Ali, and then we have Arkan, right? For the students who are here now that are boys, ya, misalnya yang sekarang ada boys nih adalah ini gitu loh. It's if I write down, for example, if I write down misalnya di sini Aruni, ya nggak bisa dong, Aruni kan bukan boys ya, jadi ini nggak di sini, gitu ya. Okay, so you don't write that down because everyone will say, Pak, Aruni nggak bisa ditaruh di situ karena dia bukan boys gitu. Everyone will say that. Yeah. So this is what we call a set. Okay. Now I'm going to give you an example of what is not a set. Okay. What is not a set? Okay. So I'm going to write down this is set. This is also set. Yeah. Because it's well defined. Yeah. Clear. Yeah, guys. Jelas. Yeah. Now, example of not a set. Yeah. Okay. Okay. The collection of it. Intelligent student in grade 7. Okay. Okay, I'm going to tell you that this is not a set. Okay, can anyone tell me why this is not a set? That's a question. Gimana guys? Ini bukan set ya. Pertanyaannya kenapa ini bukan set? Kenapa? Pertanyaan itu. Ada satu kata, there's one word that makes this a vague itu maksudnya apa sih? Ambigu ya. Maksudnya ambigu it means that you will have different opinion from one people to another people. Yeah. If I say this word, it might be different with other people gitu ya. Kalau yang tadi kan enggak. If I say boys, everyone will say Ali is a boy. Akash is a boy, Bima is a boy, everyone, and everyone will say Arun is not a boy. Everyone, ya, nggak ada yang disagree with that, gitu ya. Makanya disebutnya set. Nah ini ada nggak yang bisa kalian pikir bahwa, ya, bahwa like this word can be different from one person to another person. Saya mau ke Ali aja deh, Ali. What do you think, Ali? Which word?
Intelligent.
Yes, betul banget. Yes, Ali, yes, it is. Because the word intelligent can be different from one people to another, ya nggak sih? Karena intelligent itu like oke lah, pinter apa gitu, pinter matematika, pinter bahasa Indonesia kan bisa beda-beda ya kan. Nah itu dia, that's why this is not a set ya, because that word, right? That word, thank you very much, Ali. This is not well defined, ya, not well defined. Gitu ya. Karena it can be an opinion, right? Or it can be, again, it can be different from one person to other person. Okay, now I'm going to give you one more example of what not a set, and I would like you to identify the word that makes that not a set. Okay, the collection. Sorry guys, nih, nge-lag parah banget nih. Padahal udah diupdate ya. Duh, dulu kok. Saya mau ngapus gue jadi nyoret. Okay. The collection of delicious food in Cibubur. Okay. So I'm going to say it again, that this is not a set. But the question is, what word or what phrase or what sentences that make this not a set? Okay, I'm gonna go to Bima. Bima, what do you think, Bima?
I think it's delicious because it is an opinion.
Yeah, okay, very good. Yes, this word, right? That is not well defined. That's why this is not a set. Yeah, this is not a set, and this is also not a set. Okay, now your first test. I would like you to give me an example of a set. Okay, I would like you to write that down in the chat box. Ya, kasih saya contoh satu tentang set ya, apa aja, boleh apa aja guys, tapi jangan yang udah saya tulis di sini ya. Ya, the example that I gave you is a collection of student in grade 7 whose weight exceed 40 kg. Itu set karena kita tahu ya jelas gitu loh, kalau misalnya diukur ya kalau lebih dari 40 ya berarti dia udah pasti disebutnya lebih dari 40 gitu ya. And then boys misalnya gitu ya. Okay, now I'm gonna give you 3 minutes to write down one example of a set ya. Saya minta contoh set apa aja boleh, the collection of apa misalnya ya. Silakan 3 minutes ya guys, silakan diketik aja private message ya ke saya ya. Oke, nah biar saya langsung masukin nilai ya guys. Jadi saya nggak usah kasih assignment lewat Edmodo, langsung aja lewat sini. Biar langsung saya tulis siapa yang bisa jawab, yang sudah jawab langsung saya kasih nilai, saya langsung masukin ke nilainya. Sebentar ya, where's my pen? Here we go. Okay, Ali. Do you have that in grade 7? Okay, maybe you want to find another example. Yeah, actually, yeah, you can use that, but is it? I mean, like we don't have that in the class, right? In grade 7. Okay. Okay, Aruni, yes, okay. Boleh bisa. Okay, okay, Elia, yes. Who's test? Yeah, okay. Okay, maybe you want to specify the subjects. You can do that also. For example, what kind of test that is. Tapi itu juga udah termasuk tes ya. Oke. Ini Ali and then Aruni and then Oke, baru 3 nih. Masih ada 11 ya, 11 kurang 3 berapa? 8 lagi. Oke. Oke. Gak apa-apa saya bacain ya yang udah ya guys. Yang udah ngirim ada 3 orang nih. The collection of cat in grade 7. Ya bisa aja sih, tapi because we don't have any cat in the classroom, so I think you can use other example ya. Okay. And then Aruni, we have the collection of sunflower in the garden. Actually yes, maksudnya like ya udah sunflowernya ada jelas ya, ini sunflower ya jelas gitu. Maksudnya when you say this flower is a sunflower, then you will say everyone will say this is a sunflower. Okay. Okay, and then LD juga udah, the collection of student in grade 7 SPA whose test has a score over 80. Oke, ini bagus banget. Kenapa? Karena complete sentence ya. Because say collection of student in grade 7 SPA. Jelas ya, grade 7 mana nih? Grade 7 sekolah lain atau sekolah kita gitu kan. Nah, oke, whose has a score over 80. Jelas ya, skornya di atas 80. Oke, thank you very much ya. Oke, and then I have, sebentar, Elia udah, sekarang ke Bima. Okay, Bima, the collection of student in grade 7 SPA who eat ya, nggak pakai whose ya berarti, who eat rice karena eat itu kata kerja ya. Who eat rice for lunch. Oke, bisa. Oke, Bima, oke. Saya ke Akasha, the collection of student in grade 7 that are lactose in. What is lactose intolerant? I don't know that. What that is? Ada yang tahu nggak guys, lactose intolerant itu apa? Akasha, can you explain to me what that is? Oke. Oke, ini baru 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, baru 5 siswa nih. Oke, ya udah, oke dah, nggak apa-apa. 5 dulu lah, nggak apa-apa. Nanti ditulis lagi ya, guys. Oke, now. Aduh, lagi saya parah banget. Oke, now I would like you to write down an example that is not a set. Ya, sekarang yang bukan set. Silakan kasih contoh satu. Tadi the example that I gave you was there are two examples that I gave you. The first one is the collection of intelligent student in grade 7, in which we know that intelligent is not well defined because it can be different from one person to the other. Like what kind of intelligent, right? Is it like math or languages or arts, right? Because different people, different person have different intelligence, right? And you cannot measure that. I mean, like we don't have any measurement for that because although we know that we have a score, but the word intelligent itself doesn't have any doesn't have any limitation. And then the next second example that I gave you is a collection of delicious food in Cibubur. And the word delicious is not well defined because delicious can be different from one person to the other. Maybe I will say it's delicious, but for you, maybe it's just so-so. Maybe other person will say, oh, it's not good. I mean, like, it's not delicious, right? Okay, now, again, the same exact instruction, but the difference is that the first one, you are writing down the example of a set. This not one, I would like you to write down the example of what? Not a set, yeah? Okay, Miki. Okay, Elia, yes, betul banget, yes. Gonna go to Arkan Collection. Oke, wah kalau yang not set banyak ya. Oke, Arkan, yes, betul sekali ya. Okay, I'm gonna read it for you guys. So the collection of enjoyable song, because again, enjoyable song. I mean, like different people have different tastes of music. For example, me, I like jazz music, and maybe for you, jazz is not good, but for me, jazz is very enjoyable. And then Elia, the collection of the worst place to visit. Okay. Worst, yeah. Okay, worst, yeah. The word worst is vague. Yeah, it's not well defined. Okay, and then we have Nikki, the collection of pretty girls. Asik, pretty girls in grade 7. Tapi kalau buat saya, kalian semua pretty loh girlsnya. Oke. Oke, Niki, oke ya. Oke. Sekarang saya mau ke Ali. Ali, the collection of anime to watch. I think this can be a set, Ali, because we know which one is anime, which one is not, right? So you don't have any word that is not well defined. But maybe if you add one word, for example, the collection of enjoyable anime, maybe, or the collection of a very good anime to watch, then we can say that it is not a set, because the word good, right, can be different from one person to the others. Yeah, Ali. Okay. Kiko is actually, that is actually a set, ya. Saya mintanya yang bukan set ya sekarang ya. The collection of grade 7 pencils, because we know which one is pencil, which one is not, ya kan? Nah, kalau not set gitu, berarti kita nggak bisa tentu ini bener nggak? Misalnya like one person can have different opinion with other people. But if I say a pencil, if I have a pencil, everyone else is a pencil gitu ya. Jadi itu well defined ya. Coba cari contoh lain, oke? Oke, Ali dan Kiko silakan dicoba contoh yang lain, oke? Oke ya, sambil ini ya guys, nanti ditulis aja guys. Saya masih tunggu ke apa namanya, if you see a cars to buy, itu juga masih set Ali. Oke, Ali nih, saya kasih hint ya. Harus ada satu kata, minimal satu kata yang gitu ya. Itu adalah opinion. Ya, opinion ya. Opinion it's pendapat gitu, kayak tadi ada delicious gitu ya. Enjoyable gitu kan. Nah, itu satu orang sama yang lain bisa berbeda gitu. Nah, oke. Kalau Ali ya, saya maksudnya Ali, kalau kamu bilang the collection of cars to buy, semua cars juga bisa di-buy gitu kan, ibaratnya gitu ya. Jadi ya itu masih well defined ya. Oke. Oke, saya ke Bima, the collection of best console game tuh. Nah, ini dia, ada kata-kata best di situ. Nah, the word best ya, best itu kan bisa beda-beda. Best for me, it's going to be different for best for you. Misalnya kalau buat saya the base console game itu misalnya, for example, I really like Resident Evil series ya, saya suka banget. Itu console game ya, itu yang saya paling suka misalnya. Buat kalian mungkin kalian lebih suka PES misalnya, Pro Evolution Soccer misalnya kayak gitu ya. Jadi best is gonna be different from one people to another ya. Betul. Oke. Oke, ya udah. Nanti ditulis lagi ya guys yang masih belum, oke? Karena ini saya catat ya guys, langsung masuk nilai soalnya. Okay, I'm gonna go to the next explanation about set. So okay, maybe I'm gonna make a conclusion, yeah, guys. So let's make a conclusion of what we call what do we call a set is. Okay, so I'm gonna copy paste here actually. Yep. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna copy that. I'm gonna show it to you guys. Here we go. Okay, maybe it's a little too small, yeah. Okay, so this is the definition of set, yeah. So the collection of well-defined distinct object is known as a set. The word well-defined refers to a specific property which makes it easy to identify whether the given object belongs to the set or not. The word distinct means that the object of a set must be all different. Yes, jadi a couple of things that you need to understand. The first one is it needs to be well-defined ya. Harus dia well-defined. Well-defined itu clear ya. Has a clear meaning. Kayak tadi misalnya jelas boys. Oh iya jelas ya, ini boys, ini bukan boys, itu jelas ya. And then we also have what we call a distinct. Ya. Ini ada kata-kata distinct. Ya. Sorry guys, ini distinct. Distinct itu artinya berbeda ya guys. So if I write down, if I go back to here, the collection of boys in grade 7 misalnya gitu. If I write down again Ali in here, sebentar, ada keluar, right? Then actually we can do that, but you in a set you don't write down the same element more than once ya, kan ini udah ada Ali di sini, jadi nggak perlu lagi ditulis Ali di sini gitu ya, jadi ditulisnya sekali aja. This is what we call distinct ya, jadi harus beda nih ya, in terms of the members or the elements must be different ya. Maksudnya kayak oh misalnya ini, misalnya tadi ngomongin misalnya pencil, the collection of pencils misalnya, oh yang pensil yang ini mereknya Faber-Castell, yang ini mereknya misalnya Kenko apalah segala macam gitu ya. Okay, so let's go back again guys. So this is the definition of set itself ya, the collection of well-defined distinct object ya. Jadi definition of set itself is actually just this ya. Nah, itu dia. The collection of well-defined distinct object. Jadi kata kuncinya adalah well-defined sama distinct ya. Jadi harus ada dua itu. Oke. Nah, Ali benar. The collection of tasty food. Benar. Tasty. Kata tasty itu bisa beda-beda ya untuk setiap orang. Oke. Okay, good job. Okay, let's go to the next one. Now I'm gonna write down the element of set. So this one, please, I would like you to write this down in your notes, guys, because this is going to be very important for the the element of set. Okay, so we have a lot of elements in here actually. I mean, like when we call an element, that is what we call the different object that form a set. Yeah, so I'm gonna write down here. So it is the different object, the different objects that form a set. Okay, so you have, for example, if I have like if I'm gonna write it again guys, like Bima and then Ali and then Arkan and then Kasha, right, and so on, right? For example, this, if I write this down, right, these I will call the elements. Yeah, the elements set. What set is this? This is a set of boys in grade 7 Wellington misalnya gitu ya. So these are again what we call a set. Yeah. And then it's actually, you can just write it down like this, or if you can write it down in order, it's going to be better. Yeah, but because most of the time in mathematics, when we're talking about sets, we're going to talk a lot about numbers, okay, guys, a lot on numbers in terms of the elements of the set. Okay, okay. So for example, again, we know now about that now. Okay, another example, guys, if I have 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3. So this is, again, actually is the elements of set. Ya, ini elements of set. Setsnya apa? Ini misalnya set of not natural number, so whole number ya. Set of whole number less than 4, ya kan? Nah, himpunan bilangan bulat yang kurang dari 4, berarti 0, 1, 2, 3, gitu ya. So these 0, 1, 2, 3 is what we call the elements of the set, ya, gitu ya. So this is the example of element of set. Okay, the next one is the notation of set. Okay, next one. Jadinya sekarang kita ngomongin notation of set. Okay, so a set is usually denoted by capital letter. Yeah, you write it down. It's denoted by capital letter, right? And then we also have a symbol, right? A symbol. This is a symbol, right? This is like an E. Bentar ya, saya tulis ulang aja. We have a symbol. The symbol that we are going to use is this one here. This is like an E. This is say belong to. And we also have this symbol, and then we cross it. This set not belong. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna give you an example, guys. Just one example for you guys. For example, the collection of, example, the collection of vowels in the English alphabet. Oke. Oke, sekarang saya mau nanya ya. Oke, silakan disebutkan elementsnya apa aja. I'm gonna go to Bunga. Bunga, what are the elements of this set? The collection of vowels in English. Vowels itu vokal ya, huruf vokal. Apa aja, Bunga? Nah. Ini saya nge-lag parah banget. Parah nih. Guys, I don't know what's wrong with my laptop. It's very laggy here. Okay, Bunga, silakan. Can you help me with this? What are the elements of the collection of vowels in the English alphabet? Yeah, thank you very much. Yes, it is. They are the elements. Thank you, Bunga. Yeah. So A, I, U, E, O. Yeah. Okay, here we go. So these are the elements. Yeah. So this is the element of it. So for example, if I know that this is set A, ya misalnya ini saya kasih nama ini set A ya namanya, biar kalau ini kan panjang banget ya kalau saya tulis begini kan, saya sebutin aja oh ini adalah set A gitu ya. Nah tadi saya tulis ya di notation of set itu denoted by capital letter. Jadi kalian tulisnya dalam huruf besar ya. So I can write this down as A, right? Because the name of the set is A. That is equals to, and the elements are this. And then I would like you to use the curly bracket ya. Dalam kurung kurawal ya, kita sebutnya bahasa Indonesia kurung kurawal ya. Curly bracket itu kayak gitu. Jadi every time you write down a set, right? Name the set first, right? Like this one is the name of the set is A, for example, and then you write down the elements of the set inside the curly bracket. Ya, ini boleh urut, boleh enggak, nggak masalah ya. Oke, and then we have this symbol ya. Tadi ada symbol ya. So if I write down like this, is does I included into A? Yes, it is. So it means that we're going to use the symbol. So why is it we're using the symbol? Because we know that I, the letter I, is in set A. Ya kan? Nah, but if I have, for example, a B, the question is, does B belongs to set A? Nggak ada kan di situ B. Oh, berarti ini pakainya yang ini. Gitu ya. Nah, bedanya coba gitu dong, guys. It's very simple ya. So that's the only difference. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to give you one more example, guys, about how to use the symbol and also how to write down the elements of the set. Okay, one more example. Abis itu selesai ya. Kita dikit aja, saya lagi kurang sehat juga sebenarnya, guys. Okay, this is example number 1 ya. I'm going to write down example number 2. Okay, the collection of, so actually I have 2. Okay, I'm going to write down the collection. Oops, sorry. Wait. I'm going to write down B is a collection. Set B, set B is the collection. Is the collection of a whole number less than 6. Okay, and then we have another one. Set C is the collection of prime number less than 12. Okay, so before we write down anything about this, let's try to see the what do you call it? The sentence, yeah, the sentence. So we have set B and set C. So we have two sets in here. And if I need to, if we need to list down all the elements, right? So maybe instruction 1 is list all the elements of set B and set C. Okay, so let's start with B first. Okay, I'm gonna write down B here because we know that the first one is B, so write down B in an equal sign and use the curly bracket. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go to Aruni. Aruni, can you tell me what are the elements of set B? Bilangan bulat kurang dari 6, apa aja? Halo. Oh, diketik ya. Oh, nge-lag. Ya udah, saya mau ke Kiko dulu deh. Kiko, gimana?
Ya, Pak.
Yeah. What can you tell me the elements of set B? It said that set B is the collection of whole number less than 6. Bilangan bulat kurang dari 6. Berapa aja angkanya?
2 sama 4, Pak.
2 sama 4? Whole. Kalau itu even number kali ya. Kalau ini whole number, bilangan bulat. Bilangan bulat kita mulainya dari angka berapa ya? Ada yang tahu? Ya, nge-lag. Aduh, ini kenapa nih laptop saya nge-lag? Oke, so itu dimulai dari angka 0 ya. Terus berapa lagi, Kiko? Silakan lanjutkan. 0 and then?
Ayo, Pak.
Ya, Kiko lanjutin. 0 and then?
1.
Ya, and then?
2.
2, terus?
3.
Terus?
4.
5
iya nggak, Pak?
5 iya nggak? Less than 6 nggak? 5.
Ayo, Pak.
6 masuk nggak?
Less than 6 kan ya berarti
iya. Enggak, ya benar. Ya, selesai sampai sini. Okay, here we go. Right? Pretty easy, right? You only need to list down all of the elements inside the curly bracket. That's it. And don't forget that you need to write down the name of the set in front of that. Okay, so that is set B. Now let's go to set C. Ya, karena kita ke set C. Okay, again curly bracket. I'm gonna go to Arkan this time. Okay, the set C is the collection of prime number less than 12. Okay, so what are the elements, Arkan? Silakan.
Prime number itu yang nggak bisa di divide 2 kan, Pak?
Bukan, itu odd number dong. Prime number itu yang hanya mempunyai 2 factors.
Iya, saya lupa, Pak.
Oke. Yang hanya mempunyai 2 faktor. Misalnya, saya kasih contoh satu ya. Nih, 2. Ini termasuk prime number. Kenapa? Karena dia hanya punya 2 faktor, yaitu 1 dan 2. Ya kan? Oke. 2 berarti masuk ya. Oke. 3 masuk nggak, Arkan?
Iya.
Ya, karena hanya mempunyai 2 faktor, yaitu 1 dan 3. Oke. Lanjut lagi, berapa, Arkan? Next.
5.
5. Oke, good. Next.
7.
7. Oke, good.
11.
Oke, very good. Ada lagi setelah itu?
Yang habis 11 itu 13 jadi nggak kehitung.
Yes, okay, very good. Betul ya? Okay, so these are the elements, right, of set B and set C. So if I have a statement, guys, misalnya saya punya statement, misalnya ini true atau not ya. Kalian cuma tentuin ini true or false, oke? Okay? True or false. Aduh, nge-lag-nya parah banget. Oh, true or false. Okay, so there you go. So the first statement I'm gonna write down is 4 is the element of B. Okay, I'm gonna go to Nadia. Nadia, do you think that this statement is correct? Is true or false? Hello Nadia, are you listening? Ikoemasu ka, Nadia? Nadia, Yeah, you only need to say whether this is true or false. I said 4 is the element of set B. Is it true or false? Okay. You can see it from here, right? We have set B and set C, and we have the elements of set B and also set C. And then the question is, does this statement true or false? That 4 is the element of B. Yes or no? Mana Nadia? You only need to see whether that element is in set B or not. Gitu kan? Is it there? The 4, is it, does the 4 in set B? Nadia, ayo kemana Nadia? Kamu lihat set B ada di sini. Nih set B ini. Ya kan? Nah, ada nggak di situ? 4 ada di B kan?
Angkanya, Pak.
Iya, ada nggak di situ? Ada kan? Ada. Berarti true or false?
True.
True gitu ya. True ya. Oh, sebentar, aku saja pengen stabilo ya. Okay, so it's quite easy, guys. You only need to see whether the elements in that set or not, included into that set or not. So the statement number 1 that I just wrote is 4 is the element of B. That is true because, aduh, ini like parah banget. Because you can see that 4 is actually in set B. Okay, so that is true. So I'm gonna write down another statement here and write down, yeah, 0 is not the element of B. Okay. Yang belum siapa nih? Niki. Niki ada nggak? Nggak ada. Elia aja deh. Elia, how about this one? Is this correct? Is this true or false? Elia. Yes, Elia tadi udah jawab ya. Thank you. Elia, do you think this statement is correct? True or false? Diketik aja boleh Elia. Ya kadang-kadang saya mau. Ya. True or false? 0 is not the element of set B. Is it true or is it false? Silakan. Elia. Bisa dengar saya kan? Bisa ya? Insya Allah bisa. Oke. Yaudah, saya tunggu. Saya mau ke C ya. Saya tunggu Elia jawab. Saya mau ke C dulu. Saya mau ke Niki. Okay, I'm gonna write down 12 is the element of C. Nikki, what do you think for statement C?
False.
False. Kenapa false?
Karena gitu.
Karena karena gitu. Karena 12 nggak ada di C ya. Gitu ya.
Iya,
Because the 12 is not on the set C gitu ya. Oke, gimana guys? Gampang kan? Cuma gini dong ya. Oke. So actually that is all for today. I'm not gonna give you too many things. Yeah. Segini aja untuk hari ini ya guys. So because we're just starting the lesson about set. So and then we actually have a lot of time, plenty of time to discuss about other things. And tadi yang belum itu tolong ditulis ya guys. Apa namanya tadi contoh set sama not set. Oke, karena tadi yang ngejawab cuman ada 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 itu tidak setengahnya ya dari kalian ya. Jadi kayaknya saya harus kasih kalian assignment. Tapi enggak guys. Assignment yang saya kasih cuman ini aja ya. Contoh set sama not set aja ya. Kalian boleh jawab pertanyaan dengan jawaban yang sama dengan yang tadi kalian jawab di chat box. Oke. Nanti biar saya langsung kasih nilai di Edmodo ya guys. Oke. So I'm gonna stop sharing here, guys. Okay, so before we leave, ini yang Akasha, Ki Aziza dan Sharon, apakah bisa dinyalakan kameranya? Ini saya nggak ada interaksi dari tadi. Oke, Ki Aziza, oke, terima kasih. Tadi masih nge-like ya. Akasha gimana? Toiletnya udah? Toiletnya 40 menit. Oke. Kalau ke toilet jangan kelamaan. Ya apa-apa sih lama kalau emang lagi. Oke, Akasha, you have been to the toilet for 20 minutes. Could you please? Sharon, how about you, Sharon? Can you hear me? Can you turn the camera on maybe? Okay, they're leaving. Yaudah, nanti cek aja ya guys in Edmodo ya. Saya cuma kasih satu pertanyaan aja, dua pertanyaan. Example of set sama not set. Itu aja untuk hari ini ya. Oke, I think we're done today. Thank you very much for the lesson. I'm gonna see you again after Lebaran ya guys. Kita mathnya udah selesai sampai sini. Oke, thank you. Dadah, bye. Arigato guys. Thank you guys.
Thank you, Pak.
Thank you,
You're
Pak.
welcome. Bye bye.
Thank you, Pak.
Thank you.
It will